Hello everyone, my name is Blue Eyed Beth and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing another PC build upgrade. I have been sent over a bundle from the lovely people at MSI UK, so I will be putting in a new AIO, a new motherboard and also a new processor, so very exciting day. So now it's time to take a look at this product bundle from MSI UK. Starting off with this motherboard. The MPG Z590 Tomahawk Wi-Fi, which perfectly pairs with the new Intel 11th Gen CPU series. And in order for this match made in heaven to take place, MSI also sent out an Intel i9-11900K processor. And finally, the last product in this bundle is this MSI all-in-one CPU liquid cooler. The MPG Coreliquid K360, 360 because it's got 3 sets of 120mm fans. Another important feature of this AIO is this 2.4-inch LCD screen. And last but certainly not least, a month ago MSI also sent me out a graphics card to review. Even though I've already installed it and it is actually in my PC already because I was way too excited, I have had this 3060 Gaming X Trio from MSI for about a month now. Absolutely loving it, I really like the design. With 3 of MSI's Statement Torx 4.0 fans delivering prime cooling, I've been able to game for hours without having to worry about GPU temperatures soaring. On to looking at this sleek graphene backplate that reinforces the GPU. For one, I love how it fits in with my black and white colour scheme while also providing passive thermal conduction properties. As you can just see through the radiator, the core pipe extends through the whole length of the 3 fans in order for the heatsink to work optimally to draw out heat. This graphics card is a perfect example of MSI's Tri-Frozer 2 thermal design, combining cool temperatures and quiet fans, ideal for intense gaming sessions. Now let's get on to the unboxings. Firstly, we are upgrading from the MSI B550M mortar, which is a micro ATX board for AMD chipsets, to the MSI MAG Z590 Tomahawk Wi-Fi, which is a full ATX board for Intel chipsets. Now, an earlier iteration of this board in the Tomahawk series is my go-to when recommending first-time PC builders their first motherboard, due to the Tomahawk line's well-known value for money, so it'll be really interesting to see what this evolved version has to offer. Next, I will be upgrading from my 240mm CPU cooler to the full-sized 360mm MSI MPG Coreliquid K360 AIO, which has a 2.4-inch LCD display over the CPU socket, which you can display your system temperatures or even just have an animation promoting your brand. Lastly, I will be swapping out from Team Red to Team Blue in order to utilise the Z590 Tomahawk's new technology. This is the Intel i9-11900K processor, which, together with the Tomahawk, will make a great team. So, the Tomahawk Wi-Fi caters for Intel processors, includes 2 full-length PCIe slots, and will run DDR4 speeds of up to 5,333 Hz, which will be very interesting to test out as the Kingston Fury launch is just around the corner. One of the first features I spotted on this board was the 3 M.2 slots, all with heatsinks. This, combined with the awesome memory support, will make for a beast of a video editor, and when paired with the 3060 Gaming X Trio, a silent gaming machine. My previous motherboard had 1 M.2 slot, so this board will be a huge upgrade for me, being a full-size ATX with triple the heatsinks in the form of MSI's Shield Frozer, which keep your NVMe drives from thermal throttling. Looking at the I/O or inputs and outputs, there's a great range of ports, including the latest Wi-Fi 6E with an attachable antenna for low latency while streaming and gaming. Not only that, but there's also a 2.5G LAN with LAN Manager if you prefer to use an Ethernet connection. On the Tomahawk Wi-Fi, MSI have pre-installed the I/O in order for much easier assembly for those who want to build their own PC or change out their motherboard. Now that we have already moved over the DDR4 and the NVMe, it's time to install the new CPU. This motherboard also includes 8 plus 4 pin power connectors to the CPU for high loads and overclocking. Due to the extra features on this board, I can now use both my Lee case front panel USB 3.0 ports as well as the USB-C here too. Right, well, here's a quick interlude to show you the absolute havoc that is my room when I'm PC building, just to give you an idea also of how I managed to film as a one-woman band. However, despite the extra ring light heat and the heatwave, we must soldier on. So next up is prepping the K360 and mounting its radiator to my case and installing it on top of the CPU. The K360 is compatible with multiple AMD and Intel sockets, and over the top of the cooler block there is an awesome customizable LCD screen. This very practical addition really adds a stylish and premium finish while still focusing on performance with MSI's exclusive Torx fans, cooling at a rate of up to 2500 RPM. Talking about fan speed, there are 4 preset fan profiles for the K360 incorporated into MSI Center, the software which is home to Mystic Light and other customizable features available with MSI hardware. My favourite fan profile so far is Gaming Intelligence mode, which detects the temperature of the CPU and adjusts each fan speed accordingly. There is also a section of the MSI Center app which shows you a hardware monitor and also controls the K360's ARGB on the radiator fans and also gives you control over the LCD screen. Time to step back into my comfort zone and install this beast of a GPU into this motherboard, the MSI 3060 Gaming X Trio. I have to say, after taking my PC apart enough times, I'm starting to feel more and more confident in my ability to PC build. Since starting this PC project a year ago, of course with the help of MSI, AMD, Cooler Master and Lee, I have built my own PC from scratch, swapped out the GPU, built a second PC from scratch for my boyfriend, and now I've changed out this motherboard, installed a new CPU and changed out the cooler. Surprisingly, these filming days are becoming less scary and a lot more fun. I do think though that no matter how competent I do get with PC building, this will always be a nerve-wracking moment turning on a PC for the first time, but with the help of a USB boot drive, I began installing Windows. Now look at the cool ARGB on this cooler, and the screen's going as well, it looks awesome. I have been wanting to peel the plastic off this 2.4-inch display for the last 2 days straight, so please let me bask in this feeling. And of course here I did not think ahead and the magnetic cover of the screen came off with the peel, but at least it fits back on really easily. You can see quite well from this angle that every spoke of the Torx fans joins with another spoke to form an outer ring which pushes air through more efficiently. And with that button click, I think it's time for a montage. An absolutely massive thank you again to the team at MSI UK for the opportunity to cover the 3060 Gaming X Trio, the MPG Coreliquid K360 cooler and the MAG Z590 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard. Where to buy links for all these products are in the caption below if you did want to check out their full specs. I absolutely cannot believe how futuristic my PC looks now and also how quiet it runs while gaming. I did want to give you a demonstration of how useful this LCD display is on the K360, as while you're in the middle of a match, you don't want to have to tab out to monitor your hardware temps. This way it can be shown constantly, or alternatively with MSI Center you can even set your case fans to change colour when your CPU temps rise above a certain temperature. Here's an example of what I mentioned earlier with the GI fan profile detecting the CPU is cool enough for the far fan to stop spinning. If you found this tech upgrade interesting, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. And thank you to everyone who's stuck around to the end of this one too. And all my social media links are below, but my main socials are blueeyed_Beth on Instagram, TikTok and Twitch. Have a lovely day everyone, and make sure to ring that bell so you don't miss out on my next video with V1 Tech and their legendary RGB products.